Today I want to talk about fear. I want you to begin to understand your fear. What is fear? Because fear is the biggest block of living the life that we deserve to live. Fear takes us right out of our destiny and leaves us in the dark. Fear could be the most powerful of all emotions. The reason for this is because it is deeply rooted in our DNA as a survival tool. When we saw movement in the bushes way back in the day, it could have meant death. So we continue to feel this emotion to the point where we feel as if we're going to die. But in most cases, the cause of the fear has no chance whatsoever of taking us out. Is standing in front of thousands of people and speaking going to physically hurt you? We are more afraid of public speaking than death. What kind of sense does that make? It is the fear of rejection and humiliation that has become our predator. Why? Because we fear the loss of love. Somewhere deep down inside, we all know that love is why we are here and that love is what we ultimately seek. Think of the happiest, most joyful moment in your life. Now think of how much love you were feeling at that same moment. Now do you get it? In fact, when you were born, you were so filled with oxytocin that you were in love the moment you stepped foot into this earth, into this reality. And we spend the rest of our lives trying to get back to that feeling. For some reason, we feel like being rejected or humiliated is actually going to kill us. We do everything possible to stay in comfortable, secure circumstances. When our sense of certainty is shaken, most people fall to their knees. We can't stand the unknown. It is too uncertain, so we stay away from change. When are people the most stressed out, afraid, and anxious? When there is change happening in their lives. Fear is the biggest obstruction that is blocking us from fulfilling our purpose in life and living the life of our dreams. It keeps us in the dark and in the state of ego. Here's another term we all use so casually as if we all know what it means. The ego has done a fantastic job of weaving itself into the category of cliches. Or perhaps it was the ego who created the concept of cliches. It knew deep down that familiarity breeds contempt. We have learned, for one reason or another, to step over and ignore the most profound information which has been repeated over and over for as long as we can remember. This information is ignored because it is also too simple to be of any value. The ego needs things to be complicated and esoteric so that we can see that it took hard work to come to the answers. Because to the ego, the world is a struggle, a competition, a fight. And if it is easy, it is because it is of no value. The ego seems very complicated. But when you understand fear, it becomes very simple. The ego is constructed by fear. It separates us, so we have to fend for ourselves, as if there weren't enough out there for everyone. It seems to be the creator of fear, but if you look closely, it's the other way around. When predators of nature were no longer an issue, we became afraid of each other. Think about it. What are laws for? The only reason any laws exist is to protect ourselves from each other. Humans versus humans. Have you ever thought about that before? When and why did we ever begin to compete and pretend like we owned anything? And that we had to fight or protect anything or acquire anything? We are afraid of losing what we have. What do we have? You can never really have something because you don't even have yourself. Who or what are you going to take with you? You think you're going to take your body with you? No, not even your body. We are afraid of losing what we never had in the first place. That's what fear is based on. Fear is based on losing what we never had. Enjoy what is in your life today and you will feel no fear. Have gratitude for everything that comes across your face and you will feel no fear. Stop being afraid of losing what you never had. The emotion to replace any fear is the emotion of gratitude. Gratitude erases fear. Gratitude is the ego's greatest enemy, and the ego stands no chance at all versus gratitude. So there is the answer to fear. Gratitude. Stay tuned.